Latest Barcelona news today. Chiesa and Rafael Leo are not alone. The winger that FC Barcelona is keeping an eye on. FC Barcelona's board has several targets in its sights as alternatives to Nico Williams. One of the wingers most valued by Deco remains Jadon Sancho, although his salary could be an obstacle. FC Barcelona is still keeping a close eye on the future of Jadon Sancho at Manchester United. The Londoner has no place in the Red Devils squad and is aiming to go out on loan again, although United is prioritizing his definitive sale for around €40 million. The 24-year-old winger has a contract until 2026, and Old Trafford hopes to recover at least part of the €85 million that the club paid Borussia Dortmund for his transfer in 2021. In this sense, Deco does not rule out taking advantage of United's urgency with a Sancho who, despite having left a good image last season on his return to BVB, has still not found a team. The striker scored 3 goals and 3 assists in 21 games in Germany and, for the Barca sporting director, has what it takes to reinforce the team's left flank after the fiasco of the Operation Nico Williams. In addition to Jadon, the board has its sights set on Federico Chiesa and Rafael Leo, the latter an almost impossible alternative due to his very high price. Jadon Sancho's salary, a serious obstacle for Barca. However, the Sancho option is not easy for the Barca interests either. In the event of negotiating a loan without an option to buy, Barca would have to assume the entire salary of the winger, which is around €16 million gross, €8 million net. Last season, Dortmund took charge of 40% of his emoluments, in addition to paying another €3 million for the loan. This year, United is not willing to continue paying part of the salary of a player who has been ruinous for the club, which is why his final sale is considered a priority. Although Erik ten Hag does not count on him, he gave him minutes in the Community Shield final last Saturday against Manchester City, putting him in the 83rd minute in place of Marcus Rashford. The Dutchman also gave him playing time during the pre-season, looking to facilitate his departure. However, with 1 week to go until the end of the summer transfer window, there are still no concrete offers, although several big clubs have been mentioned as possible destinations for the 24-year-old player. The latest rumors point to Paris Saint-Germain and Chelsea in the race for the Englishman, although the arrival of João Felix to the Blues seems to leave the Expiratio without a place. Is Barca saying goodbye to the Cancelo option? João could have already sealed a deal with another club. FC Barcelona could be missing the opportunity to sign João Cancelo in this summer market. Why? Well, because apparently this player would already have a new football destination, with only minor details missing to close the deal. FC Barcelona could be missing a new opportunity to strengthen its squad for the recently started 2024-25 season. On this occasion, the name in question would be that of the Portuguese right-back João Cancelo, an alternative apparently sought by the Kuhl team to strengthen both sides with a player who, in full condition, is probably one of the best in the world, at least as far as the offensive section is concerned. However, this option seems to be looking increasingly distant. Why? Because of the discrepancy in positions between the club that owns the player, Manchester City, and the Barcelona team. While the Sky Blues hope to be able to get rid of the Barreiro native through a transfer, the Catalan team was betting, at most, on being able to add the fullback to their squad with a loan agreement. The new club that would be snatching João Cancelo from FC Barcelona. Now, FC Barcelona's interest seems to have acquired an extra plus of complexity, since according to the City report, Manchester City have reached an agreement with an Arab club, Al Hilal, to transfer the fullback this summer, valuing this transaction at around €35 million. This amount, on the other hand, was difficult for the Barcelona team to reach, which although it has names like Ilkay Gundogan, Mika Faye, Vitor Roque, and even Andreas Christensen on the way out, it still cannot go into the market to make large outlays, such as the one they already made for Dani Olmo. Also, if they could do so, everything seems to indicate that they would opt to sign a left winger, an area that requires a top-level asset, instead of focusing on the right side, where Barca has several options to reinforce the position. Jules Koundé is the main starter in that position, with players like Hector Fort and even Alex Valle behind him, he shows.